Hi friends, welcome back to Wallflower Confessions DIY. I know it's been a few weeks since I last posted a video, but during that time we got two baby emu chicks and they've been filling our time. Here is Ivan and Alonia. Look at them, they are so cute, and here they are outside getting introduced to the chickens and the turkey, and they love to run around and jump and get some fresh air, but with it still being fairly cold outside, we do have to keep them inside. They can't regulate their body temperature, so we are keeping them inside, which requires a lot of cleaning of the pen they are in. And here's Ivan. All right, jumping right in, we are going to be doing bathroom DIYs. So first up, I got some of the pumps at the Dollar Tree, and those are, I believe they're 1 liter bottles. They also sell at Dollar Tree. So I'm just placing the pump in there, and I discovered that the straw there is just a little bit too long. So I went ahead and trimmed those for the bottles. And as you can see off to the side there, I did make some labels to place on these bottles. So I do have them as a PDF. So if you are interested, leave a comment with your email and I can send you the PDF of those labels if you'd like. Right, and then the next items that will receive labels are these these soap dispensers. I did take the square one, but I liked the pump of that one right there, and so I took the pump off of that one and I had to cut it down, but then I placed that in the square one, and I did like the look of that better. And to place these labels on the bottles, I got the clear contact paper, also from Dollar Tree. And here I am just measuring. You want to leave a space around, so you want to cut it so that it is larger than the actual label, so that it will stick onto the bottle that you would like. And before you place the label on the bottle, you will want to clean the surface. I have some rubbing alcohol in that little pump container. I did get that from Dollar Tree as well, from where you can get the nail polish. It's right with that stuff. So you'll just want to clean off the surface of the container so that you get a good stick of the label. And And then after you peel the backing off of the contact paper, you will want to lay it down sticky side up and then place the label right in the center, print side down. And then you will take that whole label and wherever you'd like to put it. I chose to kind of center it on the bottle. You could put it more up higher or you could put lower. And I started in the middle. So I set it down in the middle and then I spread it outwards from the middle to try to prevent from any bubbling. Now the nice thing is if there is anything, it does peel up easily and you can replace it. And then you'll want to follow those exact same steps for the next bottle. So you will have a shampoo and a conditioner bottle. I did want the label to be in the same spot on both of these bottles, so I did set them right next to each other so that I could set that second label in the exact same spot, so when they are next to each other, they look even. And here they are. I can't wait to fill them up with actual shampoo and conditioner. These would go great in your own bathroom, or they would also be great for a guest bathroom. And next up, we will follow pretty much the exact same process on this container here for bath salts. So this container is also from Dollar Tree. And you will just do the same steps. You're going to clean the surface with alcohol and then peel the backing off of the contact paper, place the label on it, and then place the whole thing in the center of the container. Now I did decide to paint the lid of the container. I did a gray chalk paint and mix in baking soda, and I did do that 2 coats for that. And then finally I sealed the top with some Mod Podge to prevent it from flaking off when you're opening the bottle. Now let's make some bath salts to put in the nicely labeled container. So I did grab all this from Dollar Tree. So there's some Epsom salt and some of the pink Himalayan salt and the nighttime relief lavender packets. I did grab those because I don't have any essential oils to add, so that adds some of the smell for it. And some coconut oil and baking soda And then finally, I did get some citric acid from Amazon, so I will link that below. But that is what adds kind of the fizziness. So you'll want to go ahead and add both of the packs of the salt there, the bath salts and the Himalayan salt, and then also both of those nighttime packets as well. And then for the baking soda and citric acid mixture, it is 2 parts baking soda to 1 part citric acid. So I'm just kind of eyeballing it here, but basically you would do in cups, if you did, it would be 2 cups baking soda to 1 cup citric acid. So here I am just mixing it all together here. And then the final step would be to add the oil. And I ended up adding the whole container of that coconut oil. And then you'll just want to mix it all good. And here it is all put in the container. I think it looks so neat with the pink color there, and I promise you your skin will be so soft after using this. All right, and then next up we are going to make our hand soap and dish soap containers. So once again, this is a combination of 2 different soap holders to make the one. So I liked the white square body of the one, but I liked the pump of the other one. So this is the combination of the 2. And you will just, again, follow the similar steps. Here I'm just sizing the contact paper so that it fits on that whole side of it. And then you will take the rubbing alcohol, clean the surface, put the label on the contact paper, and then put the whole piece of contact paper on the side of the bottle. And you'll repeat that for both of the containers. And once again, you'll want to place the containers right next to each other so you can have the labels placed in the same spot for each container. And here they are. I know I said this is bathroom DIYs, but I guess I slipped in some kitchen ones as well. I think these will look so nice in the kitchen. Okay, and here is an actual bottle of soap. It has soap in it. I got it from Dollar Tree and I peeled the label off. It was a little sticky, so I did have to use some Goo Gone, which you can also get at Dollar Tree, to get all the stickiness and oil residue off of the label. And then again, all the same steps. So you'll clean it and then apply the label. I was originally just going to do those square bottles for hand soap, and then I ran across these and I loved the amber look to them. So these will be going in the bathroom. And here it is all done. I love it. It is so apothecary looking, would look great in any bathroom, but would also look great in a guest bathroom. All right, for this one, you will need the gold wire basket, the round one from Dollar Tree. And then this is the stovetop burner covers. This is the smaller one. It comes in a set of 2, and you will just need the smaller one. This is really simple. I complicated it for myself, but all in all, it's really simple. So I took the basket outside and I spray painted it black, and then you could skip these next few steps if you like my end result. Otherwise, you can do these steps if you would like the wood grain, which is what I attempted to do. So I am just painting the top and sides and bottom all in this Waverly white chalk paint. It did take 2 coats, and you just want to make sure, because it's kind of a slick surface, you want to make sure that it is completely dry before you start the second coat. So here is where I'm attempting to do the faux wood effect. I have the Waverly Antique Wax and then a thick bristle brush, and just doing some rough streaks on it. And really the combination of the white with the Waverly wax on top of it really does make a great wood effect. I just took it a little too far, and then I wasn't happy with it. But so here I am just adding more and more of the antique wax. And I then decided to, I'm still going here, and I'm trying to make the wood grain streaks and attempting to make some faux knots in it. And you want to make sure that you do get it all over the sides as well. And then I decided that I wanted to go in and add, to make it a little bit darker, add some black. So I did get some black chalk paint and basically repeated the steps with the black. Okay, and then I felt that got a little too dark, so then I went for a lighter color in that folk art there, and I'm attempting to make some knots there, and then I start brushing the lighter color all over, and I ended up, I just was not happy with it, and so I ended up just stepping away from it, and I just let the whole thing dry overnight and decided that I will just figure out what I want to do with it in the morning. Okay, now it's the next morning and I decided I wanted to do a faux concrete look. So I just took some of the elephant chalk paint there and added baking soda to it and mixed it all up. And I think I ended up adding too much baking soda, so then I added more gray paint, and then I added a little bit of white paint, and finally got the color and consistency I wanted and just painted the whole thing in the gray color. So I painted the top and the sides and the underneath part, and it did take 2 coats. So you want to make sure that you let it dry in between coats. And I was much happier with this. So now, after everything's dry, I did add some Mod Podge to the top because I am going to use the surface of this as kind of a stand to kind of set decor on. So I wanted to make sure that I added that Mod Podge so that it doesn't get any nicks or anything from the items sitting on top of it. So I just Mod Podged on the top and the sides, and that is it for this one. And here it is. That burner cover sits perfectly on top of the basket, and I added some hand towels to the basket, and then the top I can add some decor, and it is a multifunctional piece that holds stuff within it and on top of it. I love it so much. Okay, these next 2 signs are items that a friend of mine requested I make for her bathroom. So this first one, you will need this circle plaque. I got it at Walmart. I believe it's around $1. And then I just took some Waverly white chalk paint and painted the whole top and sides of it. It did take 2 coats, but this stuff, the wood soaked up this paint fairly fairly quickly, so it really didn't take much time between coats. Okay, so now we are doing some faux shiplap. So for this, all I did was I took a pencil and I used basically the width of that ruler there, and I just drew straight lines on either side of the ruler all the way across. And then you just take your finger and you kind of smudge those pencil lines, and it really does a kind of a faux shiplap look. It's very simple. Okay, so I was nervous for the pencil marks to smear, so I did want to put Mod Podge on it, but I was also worried that the Mod Podge would make it smear more. So I just did a line of the Mod Podge on each of those lines, and I just did a downward motion with my sponge brush there and just did a quick line down to try to seal that in, and really just on the lines and a little bit in between, but I didn't want to do much of going back and forth on those lines. And it did seal it in and didn't do any smearing, so I was happy with the result there. And then finally, I did cut out this image in with my Cricut, and it is just the boy and girl symbol there. So I am putting it on the transfer tape there, and you want to brush it with the, I believe actually that's not a Cricut tool. I believe that is from Dollar Tree as well. And then you peel the backing off, and then you just center it right in the middle of the circle there. And then you have this really cool sign. So I did want this plaque to stand up, so I did get some of those tumbling tower blocks from Dollar Tree, and I just kind of started gluing them to the back to try to make enough bulk on the back so that it would stand the circle up. So I first did 2 there, and then I did 1 on either side, and then I added another one to the back, and then I think I added one final one to the side because it was leaning a little bit. So this is what I kind of came up with, and it worked. Another thing you could do is get those kind of plate holders. I think they sell them near the picture frames at Dollar Tree, and that would work as well if you don't want to mess with these blocks on the back. But all in all, I love this. Is so cute. I think although this is for my friend, I will probably be making another one for myself. Here it is. Okay, final project. This is very simple. It's a reverse canvas. I do them all the time. It's one of my favorite things to do. So the method that I use to take off the canvas is I have that kind of scraping tool from Dollar Tree, and I get it under the staples so that I can pry it up a little bit, and I get them all loose, and then I go in with those needle nose pliers to actually pull out all the staples. So then you'll want to remove the canvas, and then I use the Waverly antique wax to stain the wood. You could also do black, you could do white, you really do any color you want, but I like the stained wood look. So you'll just want to paint the top, the sides, the inside, the outside, and then after I get everything painted, I then take a paper towel to wipe off the excess antique wax. Okay, while that was drying, I then cut out this saying that she requested in my Cricut. So here I am just making sure that everything fits and where I want to place it. and then I'm placing the transfer tape on it and burnishing it, rubbing everywhere. Some of those smaller letters can kind of have a hard time sticking, so you just want to make sure that you're rubbing those good, and then slowly, carefully peeling off the backing. And I do have this sped up a little bit, so I do take my time when I'm peeling off the backing. Like I said, especially when you get to those slow letters, I find that if you almost like fold it in half and then just press down as you're pulling it back, then that helps to get everything to stay and peel off. And then I just place that on the center of the canvas, and then again use the burnishing tool to get it to stick onto the canvas, and then peel that transfer tape off. Then I set the frame back on it so that I could get a better look of where I need to cut the edges so that it is not sticking out the sides of the frame. So I cut the sides there, and now I'm cutting the top and bottom again so that everything fits underneath and does not stick out of the sides. And then to stick it on, I use a combination of super glue and hot glue. So super glue is going to have the long-term hold, and hot glue is going to have the immediate hold. I just put them in different spots along the edges and then just place it on the canvas, and that is it. You're done with this one. And here it is all done. I love these reverse canvases. That's seriously, the possibilities are endless. You can come up with such cute signs, and they're so easy to make. And here is everything. I love it so much. I can't wait to put everything in my bathroom. Let me know if you would like those labels emailed to you, and let me know what was your favorite. Thank you so much. If you like this and would like to see more, please like this video and subscribe. I've got a lot more content coming. Thank you.